If you're a pitcher struggling to throw harder, check out these 4 areas that you probably aren't working on and which one to start focusing on first, and it will probably surprise you. Most pitchers are gonna start right, that's a terrible triangle, right here. This is your mechanics. Imagine this is a bucket and you're gonna try and fill up this bucket of all your mechanics and all your drills and go into all your instructors and fill this up first to try and throw hard. What unfortunately can happen though, I'm gonna tell you about as we get back to right here, because if we start here, this can actually end up causing injury, and I'll tell you why as we go on throughout the video. So the first place I start, guys, my pitchers, is right here. This is your mental health. I call all of this the 4 pillars of healthy velocity. When we start with mental health, what we do is we work on routines, we work on mindset, we work on confidence, we work on structure and strategy on how you're going to take care of your velocity in all 4 of these pillars. Without those strategies in place, without the confidence, without the know-how and understanding of how to train and develop yourself as a pitcher, all of these areas will not be as good as they could. But again, most players and parents and coaches will start focusing here and only focus here. The struggle becomes, if a coach only has so much time to work with an athlete, where does he start? It's easy to start here, and I get that sometimes you need to, but it's a really good idea if we can start in all of the areas, even if we have to primarily focus here, but we introduce all of them. What I've seen work across the board with other coaches, with a lot of players, over 1,000 players the last 14 years, is when you're able to implement all 4 of these into your program, and when you work with athletes, you tend to get the best results. The next area, key here, is your physical health. With your physical health, you're talking about your strength, your recovery, your warm-up, your cool down, as well as your sleep. So how are you taking care of your body physically? Your muscles, are you getting stronger? Are you getting more flexible and mobile, and all those things? Now we've gone from setting up the routines and the habits and the confidence. Now we're prepping the mind and we're prepping our surroundings. Now we're gonna go into physically getting stronger. This is our movement, making sure we are capable of doing types of movements so that physically we are good to go. This next one right here tends to be very overwhelming, very much avoided, and people just want nothing to do with it. This is nutrition. This is the food you eat and the fluids that you put in your body. And I get it. If you want to talk about just carbohydrates, there are books and encyclopedias on just carbohydrates. And some say they're good, some say they're bad. Some say here's how to use them, here's how not to use them. Nutrition can be overwhelming. So what I tend to tell guys, if you want to fill this bucket way up high, almost to the top, if you want to go at least 3/4 of the way, one simple equation, 3 + 2. That's 3 meals plus 2 snacks, and that is going to incredibly change how your nutrition is, because once you get consistent with that, then you can layer things on top. Unfortunately, most athletes that I've worked with historically are not consistently getting all 3 meals in during the day. And then trying to get 2 snacks in addition, that tends to be a struggle for guys. So when they can get to this goal alone with whatever they're eating, this is huge. All of a sudden, your workouts are a lot better because you have enough fuel in your body. Your recovery is a lot better. Your sleep is a lot better because you have enough fuel. So you can fuel up for a workout, get a better workout in, recover better so that you're better the next day when you work out again. And that cycle happening over and over and over is when guys make huge gains in the matter of weeks and months or an entire year, and you look back and you're like, holy crap, because of these and because of what I set up in place over here with my mental health, now my physical health and my nutritional health are a machine. And just these 3 right here can add velocity. Lastly, with your mechanics, how this, as I mentioned earlier, if you're starting here, can actually be potentially bad is if you don't have the routines or the confidence, if you don't have the strength, flexibility, mobility, or just regular ability to perform a drill or mechanics, if your nutrition isn't there and you can't recover and you don't perform well and you can't get yourself there, but you go all out with mechanics, you might be throwing harder. You might be throwing better with your better mechanics, which allows you to throw harder and longer. But these are what preps the body to be able to do this consistently and to be able to do this with health. So you need all 4 of these pillars. That's why I talk about all of these before any presentation I do, before I start working with someone, that they understand we're going to be taking a health first approach to helping you throw harder and add velocity so that you can achieve your dreams. So make sure you are subscribed to this page so you can keep learning about all 4 of these areas as you go toward your dreams.